Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about linked list. The next is data structure. So before we are going into what is linked list and all those things, I would like to tell you the real-time examples of linked list and just go through the images here. And first one is Internet Explorer, a browser image is given here. Now just see this back and forward buttons are available here. So this back and forward buttons are nothing but the implementation of, it's an example of linked list. So when I click this back button, we can go to the previous page, and forward is also the next, we can go to the next page. So similarly, when you see the next image, it's a music player. It is also having front and back buttons. So it is also an example of linked list. Next is we'll see what is linked list, and what are all the things are available in the nodes of the linked list now. So it is a, we can say it is an ordered collection of elements which are connected by links or pointers. So this links or pointers are nothing but the address. It holds the address of the next node. So memory is allocated at runtime here. So whereas for implementing in array implementation, so it follows static memory allocation, which means the memory is allocated at compile time. But whereas in regarding this linked list, the memory is allocated runtime, so that we can say it as dynamic memory allocation. Here it has, we normally say a linked list consists of nodes. So inside the nodes only we are going to have the data elements. Okay, so each node contains two fields, namely one is data field and another one is next field. So this data field is nothing but the actual data the user is going to store in. Okay, so that we call it as data field. And next is the next field. It contains of the address of the next data item. So we'll see an example for that. See, this is the node representation of a linked list. So a node contains, as I told you, it has data and next field. Okay, so data field, it contains the actual data element, and the next field, it contains the address of the next field. So just see here the example. So here 5, 10 and 15 are the user data. So I am going to store in the data field of the node. And next, as I told you, next field contains the address of the next data item. For example, my 10 my 10 is stored in 1000th location, 1000th memory address. So here after 5 in this next field, 1000 address will be stored, which means 1000 memory address of 1000 will be stored here. Okay, which means the address of 10 will be stored here. Here the address of 10 is 1000. For example, I have written here. So that address will be stored after this 5. So the same way 15, for example, 15 is stored in 2000 memory address. Though this 2000 will be stored after this 10. So here 2000 will be stored. So when you refer after 5 you can say I have to go to 10. So here with the reference of this 1000 I can move to the next node 10. So the same way, if I after 10 I have to reach 15. So with the help of this 2000 is nothing but the address of 15. Okay, so with the help of this address after 10 I can reach 15. So in this way I can link the nodes of the linked list. So here there are three types of linked list available. One is singly linked list. We call it as SLL, and doubly linked list, then circular linked list.